It's a little hard sometimes to rest, unwind. Holla if you're here because you want to leave your stress behind. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanna bury your sorrow in a vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave, can't take you over deeply, your appetite. That's a vibe, honey. We got the specialist beating for a supply. We put it down and they'll be telling us, yeah, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hi, bye. Yeah, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lit and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. And you'll be singing, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll be singing, oh, yeah, in no time. Like I don't wanna go, like I don't wanna go, go, go home. And you'll be singing, oh, yeah. You'll be singing, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Get out, yeah. It's a little hard sometimes to feel the quiet. Holla if you're settling, we'll let it spin whenever tired. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanted us to take control with the vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave, can't take you over deeply, your appetite. That's a vibe, honey. We got the specialist beating for supply. We put it down and they'll be telling us, yeah, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lived and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hi, bye. Yeah, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We lived and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. Get out, yeah. You'll be singing out, yeah, in no time. Like I don't wanna go, go, go home. You'll be singing, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't wanna go.
Well, welcome in everybody to Road America for the penultimate round of the Super Lite World Tour, brought to you by Kiwi Sim Racing. And well, penultimate round, Ewan Baker, he is closing that margin race by race. Should be another ripper night racing tonight, but joining me in the comms box again for a Tuesday, Tomo back in the house. Tomo, welcome in.
Kia ora, kia ora.
How are we?
Not too bad.
Not
Good
too
to get
shabby.
some, what is it, super light racing going.
It gets me every time I start the stream. It's like, what are these again? But yeah, and also tonight, doing a bit of a trio just to spice things up in the comms box. It is Mr. Dion Gregory, the man himself. Dion, welcome in to the comms box on this Tuesday night.
How's it going?
Yeah, not bad. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. It's hopefully we can find plenty to talk about, and there's a couple of lid skids is what we're waiting for, I guess.
I'll tell you what, lid skids, they've been out of control in this
They have, haven't they?
in this series, to be fair, and it's been great to watch from a commentator's perspective. We've had, I think we've had as many rollovers as we have rounds, that's for sure. So I think we're actually one ahead. I think we've had about 6 rollovers so far.
Yeah, they were rolling at a 1.1 average, I think.
I think everyone. I've done a couple of these rounds now with you, and I think both rounds we had lid skids, so it was entertaining.
Yeah, it certainly was. But we mentioned the points. Well, I did slightly before. Of course, Ewan Baker had an absolute nightmare first round, which set him on the back foot for this whole series. But coming into tonight, he's shaved something like 40 odd points out of that lead, and 23 points. The margin tonight, 2 rounds to go, so only 4 races. If Robert Henry sort of stays consistent, finishes in that top 3, surely we're going to see him clinch the series, as we see Baker there making a unusual mistake. The chainsaw's coming from the back in the chat there. So it should be a interesting round tonight. Of course, Ewan Baker already quickest by some margin, Tomo, but we're used to seeing that this round, this series.
Normal.
Wow, yeah, after he had that first rough one, he's obviously gone ahead now. He's had a few good rounds, so he's catching on them.
Yep, bouncing back to form, some would say. Of course, clean sweep last week, and no doubt he'll be looking for that tonight if he wants to close that margin to Robert Henry. But the point structure, it's going to make it pretty difficult for him. That is for sure. Of course, same format again tonight, 15-minute heat race. We go top 12 invert for the 40-minute feature race, and tonight we're going to be getting into things on time. 8:20 tonight, 5 minutes earlier than last week. How good.
Love an early start.
Yeah, we do. It means an early finish, and I'm all for those, especially on a Tuesday night, but just over 90 odd seconds left in the qualifying session before we go racing. And I can tell you what, we have 27 starters in the house tonight, so good field. The Kiwi Sim Racing, tell you what, they have had some good consistent numbers to start the year off as far as sim racing goes and entries to their series. I think the BMW's the first series we done. We had up over 40 drivers turning up for that, so that was insane. So hopefully the numbers continue. It'll make commentating the racing a lot easier. More action.
Do we know what we're commentating after these super lights?
Not too sure. I pretty much find out the week of. So I know they have got the series locked in. But yeah, we'll find out. Of course, 2 weeks of this left, then Dion will be back in the house again for that 2-hour enduro. Dion round 2. I can't even tell you where we are going for that, but yeah,
It was a blast last time, man. We managed to find enough to talk about for a couple of hours, so I'm sure we'll be able to do it again.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, Brady McConkey there having a bit of a tour. But I tell you what, the championship contenders 1 and 2 in qualifying at the moment, Baker and Henry, and Cam Dance. He was 3rd in points, wasn't he? Tom, I don't know if you've still got those points up in front of you. Oh.
I had them, then I lost them to go look up where the next round of Enduro is.
Oh, there you go. Busy in the background, I tell you.
Yeah, busy in the background. So it's the Red Bull Ring you're at for the next endurance round.
Oh, okay.
So it is Cameron Dance in 3rd, Justin Davies 4th, Hayden Kirk in 5th. Top 5 are separated by 40 points.
Oof. Okay. All right. I'll see if I can get a grid draw up. I'll get these grids out as quick as I can for you. Off the front row, of course, it will be Baker and Robert Henry. Row 2, it'll be Cam Dance and Justin Davies. Row 3, it'll be Brody McConkey and Jack Gronwald. Row 4, Jordan Sharplin and B Party. Row 5, it'll be Phil King and Jamie Stewart. Row 6, we'll see Ben Heron and Paul McKenzie. Row number 7, we'll see Hayden Kirk and Eric Roloffs. Row 8, Martin Waugh and Simon Burling-Claridge. Row 9, it'll be Craig Brock and Ben Doherty. And row 10, we'll see Rob Woodworth and Brad Wiggins. Row 11, Simon Honey and Christopher Pinkney. Row 12, it'll be Ollie McCall and Taylor Oakes. Row 13, we'll see Corey Crossan and Marcus Walker. Now the final row, it will be Bryce Harding just waiting.
Corey up to his old trick, starting off the back. You'll see him through the field again. He's a regular for that.
Yeah, it's something we look forward to, isn't it? The weekly run from the back from the likes of Corey Crossan and what used to be Luke Dilworth. He got behind it too, but Harding's going to be the other one tonight as we go racing in the first 15-minute sprint race of the night. And how long is it going to take?
We're going to see a big one here
for the carnage to unfold. Everybody's getting through okay by the looks of things. You wouldn't read about it, would you? Early stages. Everyone has made a brilliant start, including the leader, Baker.
Yeah, he's already up to a 0.7 second lead there, so showing them how it's done early.
Yeah, he'll clear. Well, you expect him to clear out in this, don't you? Cam Dance in the background battling with Rob Henry. He'll have something to say in this race. It's been a season of bad luck for Cam Dance, to be fair. Looks like Martin Waugh around facing the wrong way early. So issues early.
Front wing with them as well by the looks.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's taken quite a few cars, possibly Harding, Cross and Wiggins, Honey. Could have all been involved in that too. Get a replay up at some point. We follow Baker. And this battle for second and third still going. I'd suspect this is going to be the story of the night drafting. We heard Ewan Baker's thoughts post race last week, Tomo, and he mentioned the draft.
Wonderful game. Up drafting down the straight.
Yeah.
Supercar style.
Well, a bit of NASCAR bump drafting. I'd get behind that.
Certainly makes a big difference. You can see that. Yeah, if they tuck in nice and close, they certainly get dragged along. And
yeah, I think they just got to try and stay in touch with Ewan Baker as long as they can pick up his draft. I think if they lose his draft, though, it's going to be...
This track's got some pretty long straight.
Oh, yes. Very, very long straights. Battle's going on in the background, too. Oh, bit of a touch there between Heron... Oh, sorry, McKenzie and Sharplin. Oh!
Oh, huge.
That is Craig Brock, and that...
It'll be the end of that.
Oh, no, son! Oh, look out! Oh, just about backs out in front of people in that car. I don't know how the front wheels are still connected to that thing.
Well, they didn't look like it when he was spinning around, but they must have magic tricks.
Yeah, we get behind the magic tricks in the comms box. Let's see just if we can unfold what's happened in the early stages of this race. So Taylor Oakes has come up as having a moment. I'm not sure.
Oh, just outbraked himself.
Oh, no, it's all going off in front. So let's just see here. Woodworth. Oh, that was Harding. Right. Harding across. Oh!
Bit of a wheel on the grass there by the looks.
That's some R-Factor-esque stuff going on there. Here we go again. Let's see Harding, big lock up.
It looked like you got an inside wheel on the grass and it all just locked up. And
I like he's grabbed the pole and like swung him around underneath like he did as a child.
Yeah, Martin Waugh here, we'll just see. He was just along for the ride, nowhere to go. And what happens here? That's weird. Net code to the max.
Yeah, that's a 64 internet type shit.
Yeah, let's see what happens here with Doherty. He's come up as having a moment here. Oh, the 44 just gets a bit out of shape. They make contact. Turns him round. Of course, we caught this moment. This was huge for Craig Brock, and that's where it all began. The big slide across the grass, and it was all over from there. And look at that. That is some magic tricks going on for sure. You called it.
That's some last name favoritism for sure.
Yeah, that is crazy. Let's see what happens here. Oh, this is Ollie McCall, and well, doesn't catch it. Does a great job. Just loses it in the end.
Final hurdle.
Yeah.
He'll be a little bit upset about that.
Yeah, roll-offs. Oh, there's moments going on early. Everywhere in this race. 3 wide here, and roll-offs, they get together. Oh, we've got one over!
That's what we wanted.
It did not take long. But we've got another rollover. We're right on board. Big slider, there you go. And just goes over for good measure there, Ben Heron. We support that. That is a big one. And Lidskid, as promised earlier in the stream, they've delivered.
It has provided.
They have delivered early stages. Heat race number 1. Get amongst it. Get amongst it. We pick up race leader Baker. He hasn't cleared out too much. Got just under a second back to Cam Dance. And Cam's going to throw everything at this, see if he can close that margin. Oh, we got some scammer in chat. Some bot in there trying to sell us some viewers.
Bring some good views.
Yeah.
I've got a nice view for the bot.
Just got to get rid of them. You just got to get rid of the scammers.
To prevent you becoming a scam, there's no hot milfs in your area. I hate to be the one to tell you this.
Yeah, don't fall for it. Well, that's interesting. I'm not quite sure why the bot didn't take care of that, but anyway. Is the bot still awake in chat? Probably not.
See, they've started putting a space before the .com. It's tricking all the bots now.
Oh, well, we got rid of him anyway. We'll get back to the race. Cam Dance in P2. Rob Henry came into tonight as your championship leader. Sits P3 in the race. He'll be happy. He's not losing too many points.
Yeah, I guess if he keeps it consistent for the rest of the season, I mean, it's hard to close that gap if you're in the, in the top 5 every race. So
yeah.
After the DNF from Ewan Baker at the beginning, I guess he's got a little bit up his sleeve.
Yeah, but I think Henry will know all too well. I'm pretty sure in the BMW league he seemed to have somewhat of a good run, but it all came unstuck in the closing round. So but you're definitely right, consistency. If he can just stay in this top 3, it's certainly going to be enough. But I tell you what, we've all seen it all series, the all-important invert in that next race. That can decide a lot as well. So
yeah, definitely throws a cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak, doesn't it?
Yeah, I tell you what, the bot's all of a sudden come alive in the chat. He's realised he's got a job to do. Welcome back to the chat bot. But Baker leading from Dance. That margin just starting to creep out a little bit now. Second back to Henry. Yeah. And we go 1.3 back to Groenwald. Groenwald debuting tonight in the series, I'm pretty sure.
That's the first time I've heard that name, and he's immediately came out with the fastest lap for the first half of the race.
Yep.
Ewan Baker just set the fastest lap of the race, so
yeah,
he's obviously getting into his work now and starting to pull away.
Yeah, he just like done 9 minutes and we're just starting to warm up now. That's always a good sign from Baker. 156.618 that lap time. Only one other driver in the 156s and that was Cam Dance. So we're now doing the 157s down to about P9. So the field's actually...
Surely we put the bot to work, get him to ring up Ewan as a bit of a distraction.
Yeah, you reckon? Get put him to work?
Put the bot to work.
Yeah,
No more cheap views, you're on calling Ewan Baker dirty.
Yeah. So right, of course, well, we've got a bit of a break in the stream. Well, the racing battles tomorrow night. What are we up to in that? Must be about round 7 of the NSCAR Championship.
Yeah, Martinsville tomorrow. So.
It's actually Satansville.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dion, I'll tell you what, make sure you tune in
Oh,
for that.
yeah.
Oh,
No,
it's
the big one.
going pear-shaped. Hayden Kirk. Paul McKenzie, I think, was he another one that was involved in that one? Kirk's suffered the worst out of that one. Simon Burling-Claridge, in fact, will go back and have a look.
It looked like they both had separate
Yes.
incidents.
Yeah, it looked
You
like
mentioned
that, didn't it?
Martinsville and it all goes pear-shaped.
Yeah, no surprises there. So here's Burling-Claridge. He just goes off track, spins it up. Oh, and Kirk just trying to avoid him. Car on his outside, and I tell you what, yeah. Looks like he's may have got away with that one, not too much damage. Just gets out of the way, yeah. Speaking of Satansville, before we got interrupted there by Hayden Kirk.
Yeah, there was 16 yellows last year.
19.
19. Yeah.
19 cautions.
The field's a bit smaller this year, of course, with it being
Yeah.
split into 2 viewers, but
Yeah, sure to provide something. Make sure you tune in for that one from 7:55 tomorrow night. Of course, chances start to run down for the guys wanting to get inside that chase. So, yeah, big night tomorrow night. That is for sure. Make sure you tune in for the Satansville race, because we may need some support in the chat to get us through. Hopefully not too many yellers, but we shall see. There's darts.
At what yellow do we just start playing? What's that new game? The
Schedule 1?
yeah, we just start playing Schedule 1 at yellow 15. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we can sort that out. We'll just minimise the stream and I'll get the game up on screen for us.
Like Subway Surfers in the corner.
So we're watching here, Cam Dance.
yeah, Ewan Baker's out to a 2.6 second lead now, so I guess he's
Yeah.
just into his work and
Yeah, starting to
That's it.
run away with it, isn't he? And Henry's actually closing that margin to Cam Dance at the moment.
Baker's just set another fastest lap of the race, so
That fuel must be starting to burn down, and yeah, there you go. So Henry last time by 157.005, Cam Dance 157.239. And Brody McConkey, he was another one in the 156s last time by, with a 156.837. So a few cars starting to get a bit of pace towards the end of this 15-minute sprint race. Bodes well for the feature race. For these guys that are starting to find some pace. Guess the fuel load starting to burn off. Tyres maybe just starting to wear in. I think they're pretty long distance tyres, aren't they, Tomo, these things?
Yeah, well they can do. Or they can do the whole main race.
Yeah.
You start getting worn down and slower, obviously.
I think it's gas that becomes the issue, isn't it, in the main race? Got a bit of-
Yeah, I think they have to get
Drop.
gas. Yeah. That's pretty
What I remember we
much-
were told, not a lot of gas. But your tyres are covered by the gas anyway, so you may as well grab them.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you have to grab the tyres in the rules.
Okay, so there we go, getting clarification around that. Baker leading it, still just over a minute to go in this heat race. He'll be happy with this result, probably hoping, well, he doesn't really want to wish anything bad upon his opponents, but probably would have been hoping to gain a few more points over Henry than what he has, as Baker goes fastest in the game. 156.524.
Jesus, and I'm taking another 10th out of it.
And that's 1 point. No, in fact, Cam Dunt's just in a 156.893, his quickest lap of the race. So everyone's starting to find a bit of pace out there in the closing stages. This will be the final lap, I believe. Baker won't be too close to the finish line. How many laps have you done around here, Tomo?
Not a lot actually. This is one of my least favourite tracks. Believe it or not, I'm not a big fan of any of the American tracks that aren't ovals.
Yeah, well, they all seem to be just oversized. There's white flag out. Baker will receive the checkered flag next time he crosses the start-finish line. It's a bit like that circuit of the Americas and stuff. It's, yeah. Watkins Glen.
Still too soon. It's too soon to say circuit of the Americas. But I was just thinking, I'm pretty sure it's the last time we were here, it was the Endurance Series or the Indy cars. And I spun out at that kink on lap 1 and just went, it's official.
We're
racist. I don't like the American race circuits. That's
there
over.
we go, checkered flag in the air, and Baker, he is going to claim heat race number 1 by some margin over Cam Dance, brings it home P2. Rob Henry will round out the podium from Gronwald, and McConkey will round out your top 5. We'll get your results.
There'll be a few points in Baker's favour, but probably not as many as he would have hoped.
Nah, so I think
3 points.
Is it? Or is it only 1 or 2?
3 points. Taken off that lead, so.
Okay, so it'll be down to 20.
Isn't it 1 point for each position? It's 20.
Yeah, so it'll only be 2 points. So, but let's say Baker got 30, Henry would have got 28. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
We'll go with it.
We'll roll with that anyway. So 2 points, so 21 point lead now. So we just work our way through the field. Marcus Walker home P14, Wiggins in 20th. Corey Crossan, you've got to be kidding me, P12.
right from the back.
Yeah,
that'd be mover on
the
that
back.
one.
Where did Harding come home? P14.
Even after his little spin, that's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, definitely is. Just waiting for some of these cars. Go to a bit of a warm-up session. Got a couple of drivers waiting in the wings. I'm just going to see if we can pick up the biggest movers in that one. Taylor Oakes up 13, along with Crossan and Harding. All of them up 13. Walker up 11 and Pinkney up 4. So there you go. We'll get some. We get a chat with Ewan Baker, our race. Well, our heat 1 winner. Well, our 15-minute heat race winner, Ewan Baker. Well, Ewan, that's one way to get the night underway, mate. Of course, trying to close down that margin to Robert Henry tonight, and you can't start the night any better than that.
Yeah, it went a lot smoother than I was expecting. You know, with the draft advantage you get in these cars, and the fact that Road America's nothing but streets. But yeah, managed to hold out from pole, and yeah, fairly quiet race, really.
Yeah, you sort of managed to just get away from that draft, like you mentioned, and just clear off out front while Cam Dance and Rob Henry had their own battle behind you.
Yeah, so I think I spent more time looking at the relative, watching their battle than I was looking ahead of me, which almost caught me out. I had Paul McKean, no, Simon Rowan Clarence came out the pits. Must have had an incident, and I almost ran up the back of him, just not anticipating the braking zone. So that got the heart rate up a bit. But other than that, yeah, pretty cruisy.
Yeah, you gotta love that, that's for sure. But a great way to start the night. Of course, that I think that closes the margin by 2. We were just talking about that before. So 21 points now, the gap as we head into that 40-minute feature race, and of course that invert that we don't like to mention, but we do every week.
You might have to tap and spin him on the way past.
No, I can't get away with that. It'll absolutely hammer me in the points penalty.
Yeah, yeah, get done big time. But yeah, a bit of a task ahead. 3 races to go in the season, and yeah, all you can do is try and go out there and win the races, I guess, Ewan, and you'll be doing that, trying to do that anyway in that next 40-minute race.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at this point, it's somewhat out of my control. I just have to have as clean a race as I can, try and win at every opportunity, and see where the chips fall. So, yeah, the reverse grids also being double points helps, and yeah, a bit of an invitation for chaos. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Just head down and keep plowing forward.
Yeah, too right. Well, while you're in here, Ewan, you may as well shout out your sponsors or anyone else you want to thank.
Yeah, all good. So, yeah, shout out to Team at Kiwi Sim Racing, sponsors Speed Nation, InspireNet, Scott Technology, and Shearwater Studios. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Cheers for coming in for a chat with us, Ewan, and good luck for that 40-minute race coming at you.
Yeah, good race, man.
Thanks.
Well done.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Cheers. There you go. Thoughts from Ewan Baker on that 40-minute... Oh, sorry, the first heat race of the night. Getting ahead of myself there, that's for sure. But joining us now for a chat, Paul McKenzie. Paul, I'm just going to flick through my results and actually figure out where you finished in that race. How did it go for you?
P9, I think it was.
P9?
Yeah. So had a good race.
Yeah, you gotta love a good result, especially out there amongst the field of drivers that have turned up for the series.
Yeah, some of these guys, like Ewan and Cameron and Brady, there's some really quick guys out here.
Yeah, certainly is. But P9, that's going to put you towards the pointy end of the feature race.
Yep. I'm pretty happy with that. I prefer the longer runs than the shorter runs. So, yeah, we'll sort of see what happens.
Yeah, too right. That'll put you at a P3, I believe.
Okay, up the scary end.
Yeah, hey, sometimes it's a good place to be if everything can unfold behind you. So
this is true.
Race 1 delivered us a lid skid, so we'll be looking for something in the race 2 too.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was someone that died on that first race I saw behind me.
Yeah,
on the first corner.
Yep. There was carnage. So, but hey, we get behind that. We get behind that. That's for sure. And, and especially the lid skid. So we'll see if we can get another one in the 40-minute race. But hey, let's see if we can possibly get you home on a podium, and we might be talking to you again after this one.
That would be nice, guys. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, while you're in here, Paul, did you want to thank anyone? Shout out any sponsors, anything like that?
Oh, look, I've got to thank the missus, I suppose, mate. She watches all the races, she follows you, she watches all your streams. Kiwi Sim Racing, of course, great bunch of guys, and you guys for putting on the decent stream every week.
Awesome. Well, appreciate that, Paul. Thanks for coming in and having a chat with us, mate, and see if you can bring it home on the podium in the next one.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
There you go.
Bye.
Thoughts from Paul McKenzie in that 15-minute heat race. Well, time has ticked by. We're about to get going for that feature race, and you've got to love that. We'll be done at a nice, decent time tonight, lads.
Yeah, but respectable.
Got to love that. And I tell you what, this man here, he charged from the back to P12, and of course coming home P12, that puts him off the front row of this feature race, and that is some sort of climb in the grids, that's for sure. So here you go, off the front row. It will be Corey Crossan and Taylor Oakes, both of them up 13 spots in race 1. Off rate 2, it'll be Phil King and that man we're just speaking to, Paul McKenzie. At a row 3, it'll be Jordan Sharplin and B Party. Row 4, we'll see Justin Davies and Brody McConkey. Row number 5, Jack Gronwald and Robert Henry. Row number 6, Cam Dance and Ewan Baker. At a row 7, it'll be Jamie Stewart and Bryce Harding. Row number 8, Marcus Walker and Hayden Kirk, and that's all we're going to have time for. As we are set to go, the 40-minute feature race underway here at Road America. I tell you what, crossing.
I'm sure Corey even knows how to navigate turn 1 without a car in front of him.
Oh, it's gone south already. We got cars off track. Looks like B Party has made a tour across the grass into turn 3. Everyone
Done well to collect it up though and not go too deep into the gravel trap there.
Oh, Marcus Walker possibly has had a moment. He's falling through the field fairly quickly at the moment on that 45 and still falling. Not sure what's going on there. We get back to this battle up front. McKenzie started out a 4, sits P5 at the moment, but it is going off in front of us. Harding to P11, making some moves early. Cam Dance though, look at Cam Dance. McKenzie's off. Tour through the grass. Groenwald 2 has gone. It's gone south. Jamie Stewart 2. Oh, that is not good.
Parts all over the track. Well, several front bumpers have been cleaned off in that.
Oh, McKenzie's gone 2 now. Oh, this is... Yep, there is trouble out there. We're going to have to work our way through that one in the replays. Cars still falling through the field, I can tell you. Oh, looks like Robert Henry has been involved, so there you go. P23 for Henry. And well, he has somehow been caught up in that incident, so championship leader has been...
Yeah, well, Ewan Baker's up to 7th from 12th already, so I guess if he stays consistent from here, now that Henry's had a bit of a off, it'll be certainly bring that championship closer together.
Yeah, this race here between Sharplin and Cam Dance, this is all go. Tell you what, Cam Dance has had a flyer. The start to this race. We're going to have to keep an eye on Robert Henry's progress out there, P24. Let's see just what has unfolded out there in the early stages of this one. We're going to have to go back quite some way.
Maybe someone did tap to pass, like I said, eh?
Yeah. Has Craig Brock been the first one to go in this one? No.
Tim Dance though up to 3rd. Oh, Sharplin off the track there. Managed to gather it together. Gonna lose the spot maybe to Phil King.
Okay, let's see if I can work out what's gone on in the early stages. We bring up the replay here. It's Rob Woodworth. Oh, he just hasn't left the start line, so Woodworth
Must have still had it in neutral probably.
Yeah, that was an interesting one, but that's going to damage the front of Woodworth's car. We'll see Davies here, and another one. Oh, he's got no... See that? That was real weird.
Just got clipped and it ruined the rear wheel. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if we can pick something up here for Davies. What has gone on? Bit of contact short. Oh, McKenzie, yeah, you are. You guys caught that better than I did. Just made a bit of contact, and that broke the left rear Christopher Pinkney here. He's going to go round. Jack Gronwald. Looks like he's had a moment out there as well.
Oh, no, that's what happened to
Yeah.
Henry. That was the start of Henry's issues, I think.
Okay. Hayden Kirk as well. He's been caught up in that. Oh, there's Henry there. Oh,
Oh, there
massive! Massive for Hayden Kirk! Holy smoke!
Exit, stage left.
That is massive! Hayden Kirk has absolutely sent it! Contact with Henry!
Get a little bit of a headache after that one.
Sent it that hard, it's launched him out of the track, and he's performed plenty of magic tricks. Let's see a replay on board. Oh, no way! That is hectic for Hayden Kirk, and there's that damaged car of Davies. Of Stewart. No, it is Davies as he goes around.
Got a modified today.
Jamie Stewart here. What's happened to him? Oh, he's just come through. Oh, no. He's just locked it up, trying to avoid all that carnage and put himself into the fence. Heron missed the corner, the braking zone altogether.
No damage though, so
And oh, you just saw Hayden Kirk there absolutely flying in the background. Paul McKenzie, it's happened here to the 36, so he makes contact with Eric Roloffs. They both go off the circuit. I'll tell you what, that rollover
that's spectacular, wasn't it?
from Hayden Kirk, that was something else. That is definitely the biggest one of the season. We'll get back to the live action in a moment. We're just checking out the rest of these moments. So we got magic tricks here from Ollie McCall. Sharplin. Oh!
Unlucky.
That was in front of Baker. So Baker was lucky there to not get caught up in that one.
I think he drove straight through him, by the looks of it, wasn't it?
Man, that is a huge roll. I can't get over that one from Hayden Kirk. That is massive. Yep, it's been a rough race for a lot of drivers out there, that's for sure. But Cam Dance, at the moment on a charge, fastest man out there. Sits P2, looking to track down the 14 of Crossan. Taylor Oates, he's having a solid run at the moment, back in P3, but he'll have Ewan Baker trying to close that margin down. Man, what a start to this.
Providing, isn't it?
Yeah, some massive rollovers. Massive. Hayden Kirk. Man, I bet you he is all sorts of dizzy after that one.
Yeah,
So can I get a welfare check on him real quick?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I need to know, that was about 30 minutes, I think. 10 minutes into the race, we were going through those, just so I can pull that rollover out of the stream tomorrow, get a highlight up. That was well worth it.
Yeah, it's got certainly a good one for the reel.
Yeah, that is outstanding from Hayden Kirk. As Baker goes quickest, 1:56.852.
Still a bit slower than that first race, but I'm sure that'll come on as the race goes on and the fuel load comes down.
Yeah, that's almost 2 seconds quicker than Corey Crossan.
Well, it's still certainly top 5 starting to close up together now.
Yeah, we're going to see a cracker race here. Cam Dance looking for a chance
Plenty of draft.
to get past Crossan here. He's going to work his way around the long way. Is he going to get it done? He is. What a pass there from Dance.
Crossan will get the draft back though, so he may have another crack at him at the end of the next long straight.
Yeah, he'll be wanting to try and make hay while the sun shines now, see if he can create some sort of margin back to the likes of Baker, but Baker, you can see it now, 1.7 seconds.
Gap's coming down every corner.
Yeah, and he's going to be right on the back of Taylor Oates in no time. It's Crossan now sits P2. check out the 11 of Oaks. You can see there Baker in the background waiting to pounce. And Rob Henry, he's worked his way up to P19. So if they were to finish like this, Ewan Baker's going to take the championship lead due to double points. And he'll probably have a bit of a margin going into the last round.
Wow.
Well, he's only got a small margin to Cameron Dance behind already, and he's leading this race. But actually, it makes it quite close in that top three.
Yeah.
Assuming
If it stays the way it is now, I'd say we might be in for a couple of changes yet, with 29 minutes still to go. But
yeah, there you go. There's another one for Baker now. So he's going to have about a 9. If it was to finish now, he'd probably have about a 9-point lead over Henry if Henry was to stay. It probably would bump him down to third, wouldn't it?
yeah,
And Cam
yeah,
Dance
that's
is
wild.
likely to take over second spot. So, man, I hate to say it, I spoke about it earlier, and yeah, Henry is having a night to forget, and yeah, coming championship leader, sits down P19. He's got a lot of work to do if he's going to make any more positions up as well. So,
oh, he'll be mindful though. Every position he makes from here is, obviously takes another 2 more points out of whatever that's provided Ewan doesn't continue to move forward. And
yeah, 2 right crosses, just keeping that margin about the same. If they can work together, they might actually be able to pull away from Baker.
yeah, well, he's 2 seconds back now, so if he's got no draft there, he might find it a bit tough to catch on to the back of those guys.
Yeah, we shall see what unfolds there for Baker. His outright lap pace at the moment might be enough. So he's still last on by the quickest man on the track. By just under half a second, so decent margin. Check out some biggest movers in this one. Doherty up,
Up
20 spots to P7. Martin War is up 17 to P6. Simon Burling-Claridge up 17 to P9.
Well, he had a bit of an issue in the first one, didn't he, old Simon?
Yeah. Woodworth up 16, Cam Dance up 10.
Well, Dance is on a bit of a flyer. He'll be happy with his progress so far.
Just trying to pick up where
Baker, though,
Pence-
certainly making inroads. He's taken another 0.2 out of them that lap.
Yeah, and if he can latch on to that draft from crossing, he'll be onto them in no time. So I don't know if the comms box is a safe place for some of these drivers. Mackenzie came in to have a chat with us, and he's way down the order now. Got caught up in early race shenanigans out there. Currently sits P22. Groenwald, Hayden Kirk. No surprise Hayden Kirk's called it a night. He's probably they're probably still trying to find where he ended up.
Well, yeah, he's had a pretty good viewing point, I'd say, from where he ended up.
Yeah, certainly vanished from our screens, but yeah, probably still trying to figure out where he is.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Might just be a Looney Tunes hole in the trees where
Yeah.
Yeah.
flew through.
You're gonna probably fish him out of one of the trees. He's probably still hanging upside down on one of them.
Yeah, not wrong. You are not wrong. Well, keep an eye on these lap times. Wasn't too much between Dance and Baker. 156.806 for Baker. 157.073.
Yeah, it's holding it at that 1.8 seconds there over the last couple of laps. So
Yeah, Crossan just needs to try and hang on to the back of Cam Dance at the moment, because he's starting to fall back into the clutches of Baker. Back to Taylor Oaks and fourth. Harding's done a great job since P5.
yeah, he had a rough first race.
Yeah, so be happy with that one. Looking at all the debris flying everywhere as cars just slightly go off track. Martin War He's gone steadily improved throughout this league. We saw him on his roof early on in the league. Now, come the penultimate round, he's battling up inside the top 10. Sits P6 at the moment. Doherty, biggest mover in this one.
Yeah, we've seen him on his lid too, haven't we? I think he had in the old SpongeBob
Yeah.
car, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yep, I think you're right there. That was the week Tomo had off, I believe. It's Woodworth back at P8. And that 999. And a better run of things. This one, Cam Dance. Nothing between the top 3 cars this time by as far as lap times go. But Baker's definitely on the back of
He's taken
Crossan.
another 0.3 out now, and he's on the back of Crossan, so...
And Cam Dance will be just hoping this battle could go for a few laps. So Cam can try and get some sort of comfortable margin out front. But you can feel it. Any moment Baker's probably going to take that position away from Corey Crossan.
Got a good run here.
He's put up a good run in this race so far. In fact, the whole meeting's starting towards the back. That first one, but there you go. Baker gets it done with the quickest lap of the race too by some margin that time. 156.301.
A little bit of draft would have helped him in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was 1.1 seconds quicker than Crossan that time. And half a second quicker than Dance.
Yeah, he's got the margin down now to 1.2 seconds. It was out at 1.8 over. Well, it was over 2 seconds there for one point. He'll just be looking to be consistent and eyes forward and slowly drag him in.
Yeah, Dance, he's certainly a master of the open wheelers, so let's just see if he can pull something out to keep that margin over Baker.
Well, strategy's still yet to be
That's right.
inflicted. Drivers still have to pit.
Yeah, and looking at that, so far, everyone from P12 down have stopped. Craig Brock, the first man on the circuit that has stopped down in P12. Oh, something's happened here to Sharplin. He's just dropping through the field. Again, Henry now up to P16.
Yeah, that's right. So he's
More
moving
points,
forward.
more points, and he's got a chance too, Eric Roloff. So he is hammered down because he had a huge margin to catch on those guys, and at this rate, he's doing 157.3s. He's 1.5 seconds a lap quicker than up to P12. And even quicker, far out. So he could make his, possibly he could get back inside the top 10 here.
If he does so, then he'd hang on to the points lead, wouldn't he, if he does that?
Yeah, I'd say he will. Well, no, because if Baker gets to the lead because it's double points, it's going to be close. It's going to be...
Yeah, the 1 point in it going into
Yeah.
the final round. If he makes it to 10th and Ewan Baker wins it.
Yeah. Oh, another moment here. Oh, Henry! Just
That was lucky.
misses it. Man, and these are the moments. These are definitely the moments. Was that Marcus Walker possibly? We'll have a look, see if this is going to show us anything, because that was almost disaster for Henry. What is this going to show us? Possibly absolutely nothing, and it's just an absolute scam. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Massive.
Marcus Walker. Yeah, this is it. Oh, and Henry,
Oh,
how
that
did he
was so
miss
close.
it?
Man.
How
You
did Henry miss that? I'll try and see if I can...
Again, those two front wheels disappear and then all of a sudden reappear on the car.
Look at this from Henry. Oh, man, that is... well, he done a good job there, number one, to not get all out of shape and lose it. But yeah, Henry now P15. So the charge continues back through the field, and the margin out front now 1 second between Baker and Dance and Corey Crossan. He has dropped off the pace considerably. He's in the pits, so there you go.
Yeah.
Pit stop now.
Unfolding. They're right on that 20-minute mark, halfway.
Yeah, beautiful call. That's what we generally call it NSCAR, and it seems to be unfolding like that in the Super Light World Tour. Well, of course, tomorrow night, the return of the 51 to the field in the NSCAR Championship.
Oh, wow,
That's right, Matt Pluck makes his return for Satansville. So tune in for that one. How would it be? Big pop in the chat. How would it be if Pluck turns up tomorrow night and locks himself into the championship chase?
Well, it's Martinsville, man, so anything can happen.
Well, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure if there's a minimum amount of rounds required, or whether you can just turn up, win a race and you're in. I'm not 100% sure. Big Pop definitely been playing a bit of Schedule 1. Are you done for the night, Jamie? It's Dance. 1.2 seconds. This battle here for Rob Henry, this is going to put him into P11.
Wow.
But the question is...
Well, he's only, what's he, 8 seconds off 10th, so with pit stops still to unfold, and
Yeah,
I don't know whether he has to stop again, does he? If he's stopped for repairs, and
We'll just
I
see
wonder if
this
he's got
now.
enough.
So, yeah, he's going to have to stop again looking at that. It's been 9 laps since he's stopped. And those fresh cars like Cross and 0. Taylor Oak 0, so you'd think only just begun. Yes, it is good, Tomo. That's what we were playing last night when you turned up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, should I pick it up or nah?
It's pretty good. It's pretty
There you
good.
go.
Henry. Fight back continues. P11 now as Baker heads down pit lane to get that stop done. Bryce Harding, meantime, has moved up into P2.
Harding will be looking to leapfrog, Baker will be looking to leapfrog here if he gets some fresh set of wheels on. And
Yeah, let's see what happens. Cam Dance, he'll probably react and try and get himself in. Be important to see where Baker
comes out in 4th.
comes out. Has he got traffic around him? Clean track around. Oh, makes a bit of a mistake there. Crew is already full. It's Baker. Yeah, you can only have 4 people per service.
Oh.
That's the
I'll
only
drag
shame about it.
Zinwood and a few others.
Cam Dance leads the way. Harding P2. Doherty back at P3 now, so Doherty obviously needs to stop yet.
You know, you want to be looking to push and put in some pretty quick laps here, and then we'll see how it unfolds once Dance comes in.
Once that stops are completed. Speaking of Cam Dance out front, your screens now 8.2 second lead over Harding, 34.8 over Baker. Look at those times down pit lane, and most of them have been about 38 seconds. Here goes Dance. Yeah, so he's reacted straight away. Let's see what Harding does.
Yeah,
and he's coming down as well. Doherty, we'll probably see him head in to the pits a slap as well, I'd guess. So we'll see. I'd say Henry, well, Henry's in 10th now. We'll see if he's going to head down pit lane as well fairly shortly. There you go, Doherty. So Baker, here we go. Cam Dance is rolling out of pit lane right now. Baker. Oh, there's nothing between them. Into turn 1. In fact, Cam Dance has opened up the margin big time.
massive.
He
Up
was,
to 4 seconds.
yeah, that's, yeah.
Well,
Man,
it depends if these tires take a little bit to come on. You might be seeing the gap close fairly rapidly in this first 2 laps here, with obviously Cam Dance trying to get his tyres up to 10.
Yeah, I don't know. The same thing happened last week, eh, Tomo? I tried to work it out, and yeah,
It's all above us. That's why
yeah,
we're
I
here.
was way off. I was way off. So Cam Dance leads the way. 15 minutes to go. We'll keep an eye on what sort of lap times they're going to be doing now, because Baker's going to have to be taking big chunks out. It's going to be roughly, what are we looking at? Probably about 8 laps left. It's going to need to take half a second a lap at least.
Yeah, at least.
So,
I mean, it's possible, but it might be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, definitely do not write Ewan Baker off in this one. Henry is still out circulating, P9 now. So we'll just keep an eye on. Surely he's going to have to. He'll have to come down pit lane, yeah? Surely he can't get home. Stopped very early for damage. Need a splash and dash at a guess to get home, but that is, if he doesn't have to, that is some sort of recovery mission from Henry.
Because they said last week at Portimao they could stop on lap 3 and make it to the end.
So possibly, eh?
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I mean, if he does, he'll salvage his points lead out of that, or in 9th place, I would have thought.
Yeah, he'll be leading going into the last round, but there's going to be absolutely nothing in it.
We could see a situation where we go into the feature race and Ewan and Henry are tied on points. It could be that close.
We want it after, because then surely we get to have a runoff. Surely we'll see a runoff. go take them to...
Super Lights at Chili Bowl, 4 laps, full contact.
Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, I was just going to say, take them to a dirt oval. We'll run full contact and we'll see how we go. Survivor. Survivor wins. I like that.
I'll get behind it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. We'll wait for this lap to check out their lap times. Of course, Cam Dance last time at 2:20. Obviously, that pit stop.
Yeah, well, Ewan's only pulled out a 0.2 of a second there, so
yeah,
it's not enough.
Not enough. And the thing is that Baker's got no draft. I wouldn't think to help him at the moment, unless there's lap traffic between the two. Just 12.5 minutes to go in our feature race in the penultimate round of the Super Light World Tour. And I'm going to put Tomo on the spot right here, because I'm not sure where we're going, but do you know where we're going for the last round, Tomo?
We are going to the Hungaroring.
There you go.
The Monaco of Central Europe.
Sure, I just saw a big wiggle there from Cam Dance. I was seeing things, but there we go, Baker. Look at them pushing it, dragging all that rubbish onto the surface.
I bet he can see him, but he probably realises he's not probably isn't quite good enough.
Yeah, right. See the margin here, turn 1, Baker goes by. Again. That is your margin. So at the moment...
Hardingo sitting in 3rd, that's a pretty good effort from him.
Yeah, that's been a good fight back, hasn't it? So he's managed to get in front of Crossan at some point throughout that pit stop cycle. And Taylor Oakes, actually Crossan's lost a couple of spots in the pit stop cycles there, so...
Wonder if he just missed his box.
Yeah, or he's had an incident, possibly. Crossan driving slow. Oh. Let's see if this is going to unfold what's happened for Corey Crossan. Might just be his pit stop. Let's see here. He's got Harding on his outside. Oh, locks it up. There you go, turns it round. So that's is what has happened to Crossan out there.
So there's no way they've got team orders deployed on round 5.
Tell you what, I'm getting so many off tracks at the moment from all of these drivers. Not coming up as crashes, but Cam Dance, here we go. Here is some lap times for you. Last time by 1:56.921 for Dance, 1:57.102 for Baker.
We have to back out to 4 seconds now, so.
And Harding at 1:57.772.
Yeah, he's 12 seconds back.
There you go, Harding again, just dragging a bit more rubbish on for the blokes in behind. Taylor Oakes, he's had a good run tonight. He's managed to find himself in the comms box the last couple of weeks, but tonight he's kept it on the circuit. Runs P4. Surely that's got something to do with the livery change. Race leader Dance, he's still managing to open that margin.
Yeah, he's actually pulling away from him now, so he'll be happy with his efforts.
Of course, the
Henry and on P9.
The 86 series that has got underway last night, I believe it was, qualifying taking place. They've now found their top 52 drivers in that series that will now go through a couple of weeks of qualifying to find the top 30, I believe, for that 86 Cup series. That is going to be a
Whenever that gets a drive, don't they?
yeah, that's going to be a good watch to get amongst that. You are right, Dion. The winner of that gets a run in a fully prepped Toyota 86
Oh, off the road there for Dance.
car. Just trying to bring this up. Dance still leads at 4.5 seconds, so there you go. The New Zealand Toyota E Cup, yeah, 52 drivers lining up for stage 2 of qualifying, which of course gets underway next Monday night. Will not be streamed, but once the finals hit, there definitely will be a stream. New Zealand Sim Racing TV, the place to go to watch the 86 E Cup series. It's going to be another ripper series, no doubt about that. It's good to see sim racing starting to find its feet and go places. I guess it sort of did back in COVID, but now opportunities for sim racers to actually get behind the wheel
Yes,
of real race cars.
Right, good prizes, eh? You know, I mean, rightly so. It's not as much as people think it's a game. It's certainly is a little more trickier than, you know. Yeah, it's not like we sit here on controllers or anything anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yep, too right. Some of the setups that some people have are outstanding.
yeah,
And of course, a lot of real-time race car drivers, we call them. They use iRacing to get some practice in as well. So, of course, with the tracks being scanned and everything, they're all fairly identical from what I hear. Can't say I've been on any of them myself.
oh, Robert Henry's made it up to 8th now.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if he has to stop or not, but this has been a massive comeback for Henry. Chances of catching Craig Brock, they're doing about the same lap times at the moment, so I think he's going to run out of time to get to the back of Brock.
6 seconds back for Brock, so
Yeah, and only 0.3 a lap slower Craig Brock at the moment. Not even that to Rob Henry's last lap time. But that's been a massive charge, and that could well be the comeback that he needed. No doubt, plenty of determination to get this one done.
Yeah, salvaged a little bit, after that, losing the front wing and that. They must have a quick repair today in these
Yeah.
Yeah.
available. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gone
Always
from
remember having ticked.
that's gone from like a 9-point advantage to Baker to now Henry still leading by possibly 7 odd points.
I hope we happy then.
Yeah, yeah, it's a massive recovery job from Henry. That time by is about half a second quicker than Craig Brock. As you can see, 6 seconds up the road. Ground to cover. Dance doing it comfortably at the moment from Baker. Baker's, I'd say he's just happy to settle for P2 at the moment. I don't think he's going to be tracking down that number 6 in too much of a hurry. In fact, Cam Dance is still quicker, circulating quicker than Baker.
He's holding a 4.5 second lead, so he's been very consistent over the last few laps. Anyway, there's only 4 minutes to go now, so about 3 laps.
Time ticking down on the penultimate round of the Super Light World Tour. Of course, tomorrow night, round 7, the NSCAR Championship live from Martinsville. Will it be a caution fest? Tune in to find out. We will have a live caution counter going. Get amongst it, and I tell you what, we'll probably get a poll up before the race gets underway to get some sort of points bets in on how many cautions we're going to have. Let's get into the stream early tomorrow night. Get your bets on. No real money exchanging hands. Just channel points.
I'm putting the virtual house on over 15.
Over 15, there you go. 22 cars. I'm going to say that we'll probably have about 8 with 22 cars. If we have more than that, man, just ban the track. Get rid of it. We don't need it anymore.
Make it a super speedway.
Yeah, yes. Yes, I agree. Harding.
Bowl it and turn it into a
I'll tell you what, Harding has got a handful out there at the moment, and Taylor Oakes is making inroads on that margin. Could we see Taylor steal a late podium here? There's only going to be 2 laps to go. And Cam Dance, comfortable lead.
I think Harding was one of the first to stop, wasn't he? So all of his tyres will be starting to be a bit more worn.
Can bring that up for you. Yeah, so, well, no, he was one of the last
Oh, right.
to stop. He's got fresh.
Party on the oldest tyres, isn't it?
Yeah, Rob Henry should be right up there, yeah, on 17 lap old tyres. Craig Brock on 16. So, yeah, you think the likes of Henry, they've got almost three times as much wear as Dance.
Yeah, and those guys that obviously stopped earlier, all guys that had a bit of
damage
contact too in that first. So they've done quite well. Old B Party up there in 6th and Brock in 7th, and Henry making his way back to 8th after pretty rough start for the race. It's pretty, they'll be pretty happy with how they've managed to bounce back.
Yeah, that's probably going to be one of the drives of the series so far for Henry to was well down the field. I think we saw him about 23rd at one point.
Yeah, that's right.
And now P8, and I'd say he's going to finish there comfortably too. So what looked like a massive points loss has turned into a little points loss. I wonder how soon those results will go live. We may know before the stream ends, just the margins in that one.
Still though, a 10-point loss, I mean, it definitely closes it all up the top of the championship. So. Yeah,
it's going to be everything to race for in the final round of this championship, especially in that all-important invert race. Double points for the feature, certainly.
Elbows out.
It could be the race that decides, well, it's probably going to be the race that's going to decide the championship. Who's going to be You can see a three-way battle going into it too between Dance, Baker and Henry. The points are going to compress big time. But 40-minute feature race, we're going to see another lap here for Dance. I think we're going to have one more time around. He'll get the white flag, this time by nice comfortable lead over Baker. Do you know what would spice up the last round? A bit of rain.
Full field invert.
A bit of rain. A bit of rain.
Rain would be huge.
Someone make it rain. Someone has the power. Craig Brock has run out of gas, has he? Oh.
Yeah, it does sound like it. He did have that big crash early on. So that might be right.
That car.
Yeah, he's in neutral, so he's definitely...
He's trying to coast it home. Henry, how close is he? Right on
He won't be
board.
good about that.
He's still under.
That's the technical flag, isn't it?
No, that was last lap.
Oh, yeah.
So now that's gained him another spot by Craig Brock's misfortune.
And what lap did Brock pit on? Do you bring that
I'm
back
pretty
up?
sure the same. Pretty sure the same. That's the thing. Uh-oh. Let's have a look. Craig Brock, 17 laps go.
Yeah.
Rob Henry, 19. Oh,
Wow.
I'll just keep an eye on Henry.
He would have had his eye on it though, and he would have been fuel saving. Surely.
Saving, yeah, surely,
Yeah.
surely so. Craig Brock so close to bringing it home. He's dropping right down through the field. He's probably not going to finish this one. 19th at the moment. But Dance has had one hell of a race. Managed to build a big gap during the pit stops. He's taking it easy on this last lap. Margin closing up a little bit. No way near enough. It's going to be Cam Dance. Here at Road America, takes out the 40-minute feature race. Convincing victory, that one, over P2, Ewan Baker and Bryce Harding.
Yeah, what a drive from him.
He's going to hold on to P3 in that 79 with Taylor Oakes. Great drive. P4 Crossan
P5 for Rosson.
rounds out the top 5, and Henry,
Yeah, up to
Man.
7th. That's another couple of points.
he is going to be happy about that. So he's only lost 10 points to Baker, I'd say. And that is going to be about an 11-point margin. Going into that final round. That is crazy. Gonna see if I can bring up those points. I think they go live pretty much straight away. Dance gets it done. He will be rather chappy about that. 3.6 seconds in the end was the margin. Back to Baker, but Harding. Bryce Harding. He started from the very last row tonight and made his way to P3.
Him and Crossan had the same strategy there, didn't they? So
Yep. Seasons. I'm just going to try and work away at these points. See if anything has come up yet. For that. No, not yet. Has not refreshed. Okay, we'll get some interviews underway. Meantime, we'll get our race winner, feature race winner, Cam Dance. Well, Cam, I don't know what it was, mate, but you guys, there was not a lot in it before the round of stops, and then stops unfolded, and you ended up with a bit of a buffer.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on what exactly happened, but yeah, managed to come up with about 4 seconds advantage after the pit stop, so I was like, wow, all sweet ass, just you drive the wheels up and see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, it was certainly interesting, but managed to build the lead. In fact, during that, once you both got back out on track, you managed to keep Baker at bay and even extend your lead a little bit. Mate, it's great to see. We don't often see that here at KSR, someone being able to pull away from Baker, but that we know you're sort of a open wheeler specialist from what we hear anyway, so making advantage of that tonight, certainly in the feature race.
Yeah, it was, yeah, Ewan's definitely pretty quick in these sort of open wheelers and KSR in general, so it's nice to be able to pull away from him. In the first race, I wasn't actually catching him either, so I wasn't actually sure if I was going to end up winning with the way it was going, but yeah, no, it was really, really nice to end up pulling away and then obviously have that little bit of a buffer to be able to relax on that last lap, or last 2 laps I should say, and just drive it home and get the win.
Yeah, certainly, and of course with Robert Henry's misfortune, that's going to close some of those points up in the overall championship as well, so all to play for when we head into the final round next week.
Yeah, 100%. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Obviously, you just got to, I guess, put our best foot forward, and then just hope we can end up coming away with the championship. If not, well, it's going to be at least pretty close to seeing what happens anyway.
Yeah, so you're right. If not, on to the next one, no doubt about that. But Cam, you are victorious tonight, mate. Anyone you wanted to thank or shout out while you're in here?
Yeah, just obviously shout out to the boys at Orbit, Drop Me Motorsport, and everybody that's on the car, Revolution Race Gear, Hybrid Tune, Fight CRC, Demon Tweaks. All you boys for the awesome broadcast as always, all the boys for the awesome racing, Taylor for the awesome result in P4 as well, so big ups to him, and yeah, we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, too right. Awesome. Thanks for coming in for a chat with us, Cam, and again, congrats on getting it done in the feature race tonight.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
Cheers. There you go. Thoughts from our race winner, Cam Dance. Just waiting for those points to update. If they do, we'll drag in our third place finisher, get his thoughts on that one. Bryce, mate, great drive from yourself tonight. Again, started from the very back row in our first heat race and managed to work your way through the field and eventually, end of the feature race, onto the podium.
Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't expect that. I got to say, the first race didn't start out very well. The last thing I want to do coming into these races, doing a little practice and starting off the back, is taking anyone out. And I definitely took a few people out. So for that, I'm sorry. There was a bit of a checkup, way more than I was expecting, and then I ended up putting a left rear on the grass, and I think I ended up, if it was 10-pin bowling, I would have scored quite well, I reckon. So yeah, first of all, I want to apologise to everyone who's done that. I hate doing that. I hate taking people out.
So you're right.
And then I was fortunate enough, I had a little bit of damage, but I was able to carry on, and then I got to 14th, and then I started 14th for the feature, which was fun. The best thing that happened for me in that was that I had a bit of a battle with Ewan at the start, and then he got in front of me, and I was able to learn all the places where I was crap, because he's like the golden standard, right? So following Ewan around for a few laps, I was like, oh, right, I'm not doing something right here. You know, I'm doing okay here. So then, yeah, the carousel was one big bit where he was gaining. So I changed a few things there, and yeah, ended up finding some pace, and yeah, everything kind of worked out after that.
Yeah, well done, man.
Yeah, you gotta love that. Gotta love that. It's always good to see you get up on that podium, Bryce. I know that much, but another well-deserved podium. That's not your first one in the series, is it? I'm pretty sure we've spoken to you.
Nah, in this series it is. The first time I've ever raced these cars was about 7:45 when Cozza told me to jump in. These are awesome.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So, man, it didn't take you long to get into the groove anyway. But, mate, again, congrats on that P3. And, hey, big night tomorrow night at Satansville. So, let's see what happens there.
Yeah, starting off pole, we'll see how long they can stay there.
Oh, it's a good place to start, to be fair. Let everything unfold behind you. But, mate, while you're in here, anyone you wanted to shout out or thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Cozza convincing me to race tonight. Cheers, Cozza. Yeah, Sigma Sim Sports, Vulcan Chassis. And thanks to Ewan for showing me how to go fast in that last race.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for coming in for a chat with us, Bryce. And again, congrats on that third place finish tonight.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah, shot, man.
All right, we'll drag this man in for a quick chat. Whoa. Taylor, mate, what a run tonight. Looking comfortable inside the top 5 and eventually bringing it home in P4 and possibly a bit of luck falling your way finally.
Yeah, I made a very rookie area and pressed ready to race when I went out to qualify, so that was great. So no qualifying lap by me. So the chainsaw went from the back and managed to finish 11th in the first race, which put me off the front row and just kept
to bring it home in P4. A pretty good effort from yourself. We thought maybe you had something for Bryce in the closing stages there, but just not to be. But still, P4.
Then made a mistake on that final lap and going into turn 2, and he nailed turn 2 for the first time of the night and set his quickest lap of the race on that last lap. There's just nothing I could do on that last lap.
Yeah, nah, fair enough. But hey, still, you take the good results when you can. And I'll tell you what, I've just updated the points, just got them in now. And after Robert Henry's massive recovery in that race, he is going to head into the last round with an 11-point lead over Ewan Baker. And 15 points back to Cam Dance. So only 15 points separating the top 3. That is going to be one to tune into. That is for sure next week, the final round. It's certainly going to be the deciding night of the championship. Looking at those points, absolutely nothing in it.
Yeah, I don't even know what track it is, but Cam and Ewan, they've got something, a little something over the rest of the field in these cars, and I'm rooting for Cam to nail it. I'll be rear gunner for him if he needs it to cause a bit of carnage, not carnage, but be a menace to the others coming through in the feature to try and give him a bigger buffer as possible. I tried to do that and give Ewan a bit of a block in that race, and it kind of worked, I think, but Cam ended up saving enough fuel to make it go an extra lap and caused quite a lot of people to run out of fuel on the last lap.
Yeah, we did see.
There was a few cars running out there.
Yeah, we saw a couple of cars go by the wayside in the closing stages, running out of fuel. But nonetheless, mate, a top job from yourself tonight, and man, she is all on for the final round next week. That is for sure. The Hungary ring, I think.
Oh, the Hungara ring.
Hungara ring. I believe.
That's another open wheel. That's open wheel heaven, that one.
Yeah.
That's a great track for open wheels.
Well, there you go. So you heard it from Taylor right there. A great track to round out the series, and nothing in the championship. So make sure you do tune in for the decider next Tuesday night, and also tomorrow night, NSCAR round 7. Tune in for that one live from 7:55 p.m. But from us here tonight, thank you to Tomo and yourself, Dion, for coming in and helping out call the race. I'm not even sure if Tomo's still there, but shout out.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah, it's still there. Shout out to you two fellas. Congrats everyone on the podiums tonight. We will be back tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in. Until then, have a good one, everyone.
Stoked for the lid skids, thank you.
Yeah, Kirky.
Yeah, same here. It gained me a lot of spots in the first race.
I'll tell you what,
man,
Hayden Kirk, shout out to him. He claimed the rollover of the series so far tonight. That was huge. We'll get a highlight of that up tomorrow at some point. But from us tonight here at Road America, cheers everyone for tuning in, and we will see you all tomorrow night.